Hi, my name is Linda Meyer, and I would love to take a couple minutes here and just share with you how Mary Kay found me and possibly just give you a little peek into the pink world of mine. I am an executive sales director with Mary Kay Cosmetics, and I am from Bowling Green, Ohio, and I've been in Mary Kay for over 30 years, and I am proud to say in that 30 years, I love my job. And I love what this business has given my family, my children, and where else can you work after 30 years? You still are totally in love with what you do. So, and I have the utmost respect for Mary Kay Cosmetics, so I will share that right up front. I totally believe that this business offers so much for women, whether you're 18 or you're 88 years of age. And obviously, if you're watching this, you have some interest or somebody asked you to check into it, or possibly somebody just thinks you'd be good in Mary Kay. So I would have you just, again, be open-minded and possibly just think maybe you could be good in Mary Kay, but you're never going to know if you just don't take a look at it. My story began when Mary Kay found me when I was 23 years of age. I was working a full-time job as a nurse. Thought I would live and die a nurse. Never thought I would do anything else. That's what I had been trained to do. And I was making a good income as a nurse, but it was at the expense of a lot. And at the time, I was just getting up every day and I was going to work and I was coming home and I was working long hours and I was working weekends and I was stressed every day and I was squeezing in trying to raise a family and trying to figure out how to do all the kids events and everything. And I finally thought one day there has got to be something more. Because I just kept getting up and repeating that cycle and going to work and coming home and going to work and coming home. And I thought, okay, what is it that I need to take a look at? I had no idea. And at that time, I think God interacted in my life. I totally believe that. And I was on an airplane. And I was on an airplane and I sat beside a woman who, when you sit beside somebody, a total stranger in an airplane, you never know. And we just started talking. And it was on a jump flight coming from Dallas. And she was a woman, and she just started sharing with me. She told me what she did, and she was a doctor. And she said she was making more money being a Mary Kay sales director than being a doctor. She had my attention. And I thought, wow. And I thought, you know what? Maybe opportunity has knocked here, and maybe this is what I was looking for. So I went back home after meeting that woman, and I went to one of the weekly Mary Kay success meetings. And I just went to check it out. And what I saw at that meeting that you still will see to this day is I saw happy women. I saw women that had something more. They had that something more career that I was looking for. They were winning prizes. They had flexibility in their life. They were making a great income, but not at the expense of trying to raise a family and raise kids. And I wanted to be that kind of mom. And so I saw what I think I was so looking for. And they had a great balance. And I thought, okay, this is it. So I went home and I just kind of thought, you know what? I'm going to start this Mary Kay thing. I had no idea where it was going to take me. And I will tell you, what I have gotten from my Mary Kay career has been unbelievable. Just from being open enough, I guess, to take a look at as a business and to venture in. And when I started, I didn't really venture in to be a big time, Cadillac. I didn't have big dreams when I started. I just bought the starter kit and thought, you know what? Why not me? And that's how I started. I also saw a company too with some good priorities and some good philosophies. And they were, talking about God first and family second and career third. They were talking about the go give spirit. They were talking about things that I had never heard in a business run situation. They were talking about, how much you could get for a positive attitude and how much the Mary Kay company nurtured that kind of an idea. And they were talking about, dreaming and what they would do down the road and the houses they would live in and the different cars and the dreams and goals that I was just getting up and going to work. And I had lost so much of that since my high school days. So I joined that night. I signed up. I didn't think twice. I thought, what the heck? I'm going to buy one of these starter kits. And that's truly how I started that night. But I knew one thing about myself that I was willing to try. I didn't know nothing else. I didn't know nothing about cosmetics. I didn't know nothing about sales. But I did know I was friendly and I was nice and I could probably learn. And that's how I ventured into this company. And now I can proudly say I have enjoyed so much more than I could ever imagined. Anything coming out of a career. I went on to raise 3 children from babies, having my first babies when I was in my young 20s, to now they're grown adults. My children, because I chose to do Mary Kay, have had an amazing life of abundance. And for that, I'm very proud. I enjoy working from home. I enjoy being my own boss. And I tell my husband every single day, I will just set out to enjoy my life and treat them well and treat my family well. But he can make the living, but I'm going to make the living worthwhile. And that's my Mary Kay statement. And like I said, Mary Kay started Mary Kay Cosmetics 50 years ago to enrich women's lives. And that's exactly what I have received. And I am so thankful that I gave this Mary Kay thing and this Mary Kay business and this Mary Kay opportunity a chance. So if you are interested, I would just encourage you, with a slight amount of interest, check into it more and give yourself a try, because you're never going to know if you don't try.